So the marriage pillar, which is made up of the husband and the wife. All right. So that's the number one pillar inside the family pillar. That's the number one sub pillar inside the family pillar. And for marriage, number one thing you need to first of all understand is that it is an institution, created by God. So that's the number one thing you need to understand about marriage. An institution created by God between a man and a woman. So that's the number one thing that you need to understand about marriage. And so God did that obviously for the purpose of companionship and for the purpose of unity, and thirdly for the purpose of reproducing, having children. So that's why God blessed them. The first thing that God did is to bless them. Male and female, He created them, man and woman, and God blessed them and say, be fruitful, multiply, fill the earth, govern it, and have dominion over all things that I've created. All right, so that's the blessings of the Lord over a marriage. And another blessing of God over a marriage is he that finds a wife has found a good thing and obtains favor from God. So that will give the men a clue, to know that their wife, is a real gem, and she will make them to obtain favor from God. So as a man, if you want to obtain favor from God, you obviously have to treasure what God has given you. You have to love what God has given you. You have to, treasure it and, show appreciation to God by saying, oh, Father God, I'm keeping this gift that you have given me. I'm taking good care of it. Or I'm taking good care of her, So always carry your wife along, that God needs that unity, that oneness, and that's what God expects in a marriage. So that unity, that friendship, that teaching is one thing that nobody talks about in marriage. Teaching. So the husband have to be wise enough to let the wife teach him about her. So as a man, you let your wife teach you about her. So you let your wife teach you what she likes, what she doesn't like. And it is vice versa, in the sense that as a wife, you have to be wise enough to encourage your husband to teach you what he likes and what he doesn't like. Because one thing about men is that they usually fail in that area of teaching. It's not wired in them. So men don't really sit down and start teaching you, so you need to encourage, the wife will need to encourage the husband, to talk, because men don't really like talking, but we women, we like talking. So you, as a wife, you encourage your husband to talk, to tell you things that he likes, things that he doesn't like, so that's about marriage. That unity is key in marriage. So when you know what is expected, if that thing is missing or is not going properly, then you know what's wrong, and then you know how to start challenging the solution. So if you need to go and read about unity in marriage, then you know to go and get the book, and read on it and start to improve that area. If you need to learn about praying together as couple to increase your unity, you need to go and read about it, learn about it, and start, doing that together, and start, working on it. Because if you're not, marriage is like some people say, it's the university that you attend, and you get the certificate right from the start. So for example, if you want to go for a career now, or you want to go for academics, education and stuff like that, you don't get any certificate until you have actually finished that course, or you finish the project or the certification. But marriage is the institution is the only institution where you get the certificate before you actually start the course. Before you actually start the program, you already get the certificate. And that is not a license for you to sit down and fold your hands and do nothing about that relationship. No, it's actually a license for you to work at it. So both parties have to keep working together as a team, keep working at it for unity, for understanding, for oneness, and that's you being obedient to God, actually. So that's the couple being obedient to God in their marriage, and that's what's going to give success to your marriage. Okay, so that's how to have success in your marriage. The reason why we are discussing all these 7 pillars of life is so that you can learn how to win in every area of life. So that's how to win in your marriage. Both of you have to understand that the institution is created by God. It's giving you certificate already, and it's so that you can both work at it. Work on your unity, work on your communication, talking together, work on teaching one another in love, work on praying together, so that's what is expected in marriage. And if you are not there, if you are not achieving all those purposes, if you're not achieving those results, it just means that you need to learn. You need to learn to improve because it means there are certain things that you don't know, and people who have done it before you want to read about how they've done it, especially godly books. You get godly books on marriage and read about it. Okay, so and there's always there's a Bible app that I like to recommend for everyone. It's just because you will find the right plan to read. If you have the Bible app on your phone, if you go in there, you will always find a plan that talks about that issue that you're going through, and you can read about that plan. It could be a 3-day plan, 5-day plan, So if you don't have the Bible app on your phone, I would advise you to go in your Google Play Store and search Bible app. YouVersion is a very good one. So download the Bible app. Inside it, try and get a plan or find different plans regarding different topics that you can read. That's a good place to start. Then you can start getting godly books as well to read to help the both of you. And obviously, once you are getting whole as a person, it will rub on the next couple, on your spouse. It will rub off on your spouse, and you'll both be able to then come on board together to read those things together, to learn about unity together, to learn about prayer together, to learn about finances together, to learn about different things together. So that's the best way to go about it. I hope I've been able to help on that pillar of marriage then. And I haven't talked about this. This is just a tip of the iceberg, and it's part of the 10 weeks financial transformation program that God has helped me to put together to help women, to help women and to help Christians in general, whether dads or moms, as long as you're a Christian, to help children of God to win in every area of life. This is just a tip of the iceberg, that I've explained so far. And that 10 weeks financial transformation program will really transform your financial life, but not just your financial life. Will also transform your career life and transform your business life is just, God has just, put it together in such a way that it is very transformational. And if you want to like test the water and see what it's like, the 10 weeks transformation program is like, you can get my e-guide. I'll put the link for my e-guide somewhere around this video. You can get my e-guide and just go through that e-guide. That's like an e-book. It's a short e-book, but it will guide you on a lot of things on your finances. You'll be surprised the things that you don't know about your finances or about your financial life. So just get that. I think that's only £7. Is McDonald's money. Just try and get that. Test the water, read it, see what's going on in your financial life, and decide if you need to join that 10 weeks program, because it's just going to transform your life in the godly way.